list of blessings that we call the Beatitudes, but I noticed that you didn't stop there. Instead, you issued that challenge. A challenge we all need to hear, don't we? Because most of us could stand to practice a lot more cheek turning. A while back, I was listening to Krista Tippett interview Archbishop Desmond Tutu on one of my favorite podcasts, On Being. You've heard of it? He spoke about a black man who had been blinded during a violent assault on his township. The way the Truth and Reconciliation process worked, he could tell his story, and the attackers could tell theirs, and then they would go free. No prison sentence, no punishment of any kind. And yet, at the end of it all, the young man said, "You have given me my eyes back." He still couldn't see. But something about that exchange, the telling and the hearing, had brought healing. It's remarkable. You're probably not surprised by this. Come to think of it, you were probably there. But me, I find it astonishing and humbling. What was that line you used, Jesus? I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. That's what you said. And it occurs to me now that your point might be that turning a cheek changes the script, upends our expectations, and rewrites the outcome. When we refuse to dehumanize or to be dehumanized, it shifts the whole relationship, doesn't it? Until we are no longer enemies, or at least until we recognize that we have this much in common: our humanity and our belonging to God. Maybe that's how far you want us to go. Far enough to realize that no matter the distance we walk, we and our enemies will still reside under the self-same roof. There is no escaping that. For God makes the sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the righteous and on the unrighteous. We are all part of the same world, all part of God's beloved creation, which I guess means that we all have invitations to that same holy banquet. So there it is. I can't be perfect. God knows. You know. But maybe I can be perfectly human and perfectly clear that what's true for me is also true of everyone else. You know I'm a work in progress. Most days, I still want to cling to my coat and to my pride. Most days, I am still determined to stand separate and apart from my adversaries, to wish justice for them and mercy for me. But Jesus, I do want to be a kingdom subject, a resident in your beloved community, with a seat somewhere between the guy in the pinstripe suit and the old lady with the shopping bags. So here's my prayer. Teach me. Teach me to be perfectly clear about who I am and whose I am. Teach me to trust you, to stand tall, to go as far as it takes until I can see God's fingerprints even on the face of my enemy. Teach me how to change the script, trusting that there is enough love, enough healing, enough grace to go all the way around. Thank you for everything. Feel free to write back. I'd love to hear from you. Your servant on the journey, Allison. Amen.